Meanwhile, when you're not emulating, part of the goal is to use the hardware directly to interpret machines, but you need to intercept certain things, and the CPU can help with that. It can provide the right hooks for letting you intercept just enough, and an example of that kind of support is VTX. So that's extra support in the CPU to make virtualization work better. Now, VTX itself is a hardware kind of resource that needs to be virtualized in virtualizations and so on. And so if that's really all that you want to manage in an operating system layer, then you can have something simpler than an operating system that sits between the hardware and multiple operating systems you might run on that hardware. And that thin layer in between is called a hypervisor. Zen is an example of a hypervisor. So if you run Zen on top of hardware, then you can run multiple operating systems on top of Zen, and it's as if they are running in different virtual machines, but the path between that operating system and the hardware is even thinner and more efficient than if you have a whole operating system in between your hardware and virtual machine. Another possible approach to a hypervisor is to kind of merge these together to, yes, have an operating system that sits directly on your CPU, but have that operating system support hypervisor functionality so that it can offer virtual machines running in its space more direct access to the hardware. All modern Linuxes come with a subsystem called KVM, and KVM is the hypervisor that the rest of the Linux system runs on top of, but also provides support to virtual machines running inside of Linux. Either way of running these hypervisors as a separate layer or as part of the operating system, they take advantage of hardware to provide better virtualization. The emergence of this technology is one of the things that made cloud services possible. So on the cloud, you need to give users of the cloud system the illusion that they have control over a machine, but actually it's a virtual machine, and the costs are minimized for running that virtual machine by using hypervisors and the hardware support that enables them. In a sense, this technology is new, the last 20 years or so, but actually mainframes have been doing exactly this since the 1960s. This is what a mainframe is. It's some hardware that knows how to virtualize itself for flexible and well-isolated different subsystems and processes that run on top of that hardware.